Good morning, students.
Good morning.
Today we are going to review from yesterday our Thanksgiving books that we read. So we read some of these books yesterday. Some of them were not real, like this one, so it would be fiction, and some of them are real, so this would be nonfiction. First, I want you to watch this video about fiction and nonfiction books.
Fiction is pretend, a make-believe creation. Non-fiction is real, it gives us information. Fiction's full of characters, a plot and a setting. In non-fiction, it's real life knowledge that you're getting. A book with talking dogs, that's fiction. A book about the life cycle of frogs. Non-fiction, a book about a mouse who saves the day. That's fiction, a book that teaches you how to dance ballet. Non-fiction, a book about a fire-breathing man. That's fiction, a book about the different types of plants. Non-fiction. Remember, this
Okay,
is available
so
for purchase at my website.
can somebody tell me, either from the video or from what we talked about yesterday, one of the characteristics of either a fiction or a nonfiction book? Yes.
Nonfiction is real.
Nonfiction is real. It gives us real information. Very good. So I have these headings, fiction and nonfiction. So I want you all to work together and organize these 10 characteristics of either a fiction book or nonfiction book. So work together and organize these characteristics for me.
Read to learn, nonfiction. Front to back is fiction. Read in any order is nonfiction.
Beginning, middle, and character setting, problems and solutions. That'd be fiction.
Photographs are nonfiction. Not real is
Fiction.
Glossary, nonfiction. Read to enjoy,
Fiction.
real, nonfiction.
And
Illustrations.
Very nice. You guys did excellent on that. You students did excellent on that. Now I would like for you to choose, I need one student to choose one of these vocabulary words and tell me the meaning of one of these vocabulary words. Yes.
Glossary is a list of words at the back of the book, and it explains what the words mean.
Very good. Glossaries are found at the end of a book, of a nonfiction book, and it tells us some of the words that are found in the nonfiction book, and it gives us the meaning. Very good. So and you did this, and you will now help me fill out my cluster web of fiction books. So we are going to take turns, and we're going to come up here and write these characteristics that you've already organized onto our cluster web. So I'll let you begin. So come and pick any book or any characteristic.
Read to enjoy.
Yes, we read fiction books for enjoyment. They're just for fun. Very nice.
not real.
That is true. Fiction books are not real. They are just made up stories that somebody has written for us to read and to enjoy.
Illustrations.
Illustrations. So somebody will draw these pictures. They are the illustrators, so they will draw the pictures in the fiction books. And so our last two characteristics are read front to back. And fiction books have a beginning, a middle, an end. They have characters, settings, a problem, and a solution. So they have a beginning, a middle, an end. They have characters, the people or animals in the book. They have a setting, which is when and where the story takes place. There's a problem and a solution. And then we also read it from the front to the back. And when we read it from the front to the back, we're able to understand the story and it will make sense to us. So now we will do the same thing, only with nonfiction. So we're going to take turns coming up and writing our characteristics of nonfiction.
Okay. Glossary, bold words,
So we have the glossary.
table of contents,
We have the table of contents in non-fiction books.
and information.
And yes, tons of information are found in nonfiction books. They give us all sorts of good information about any kind of topic. Thanksgiving, holidays. Yes, come on.
And they're real.
Very good. They are real. Nonfiction books are very real. They give us true information, true facts. It's real. It's as real as it gets.
You read to learn.
And we read nonfiction books to learn. So, whenever my kids go to the library, they love to get nonfiction books so they can learn about snakes and spiders and bugs. And they want to know all about those things. We also can read nonfiction books in any order. So we would be able to pick it up and start here in the middle, and it would still make sense to us. They also have photographs. Now, can anybody tell me what a photograph is?
Photograph is a picture that you take with a camera.
Very good. So, in my book here, my nonfiction book, there is actual photographs of real people and real things. And that's what makes this book nonfiction, is because it has photographs. So very, very good. So our nonfiction characteristics are that they are real, we read to learn, there are photographs, we can read it in any order, and they have the glossary, bold words, table of contents, and information. Our fiction characteristics are that they are not real. We read them for fun or for enjoyment. They have illustrations. We read them from the front to back, otherwise they do not make sense. And they have a beginning of the book, they have a middle of the book, they have an ending to the book. There's characters, there's a setting, there's a problem in the story, and also a solution. So what do you think about Fox and Socks? Would this be fiction or nonfiction?
Fiction.
And why? Why is this fiction? What makes it fiction?
Because the fox has socks.
And do foxes wear socks?
No,
I
that's not true.
I have never seen a fox wear socks. What about sharks?
Sharks are real.
Non-fiction.
Sharks are real. And so this book would be nonfiction. And what makes this book nonfiction?
Because it tells about the shark.
It does. And what's another one of these characteristics of nonfiction books that this?
It has photographs.
It does. This has real photographs of sharks. Somebody was actually in the ocean taking these pictures with a waterproof camera. Okay, this one takes place in the ocean. It's about an octopus. Is it fiction or nonfiction?
Non-fiction.
It's
fiction.
I mean
fiction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
Good,
Fiction.
good. It is fiction, definitely,
Because octopuses can't be ticklish.
right. Octopus cannot be tickly. And these have illustrations.
Yeah, they had
Very
to draw
good.
them.
Yes.
Because they couldn't find a real octopus that was funny.
Right. Or that was being tickled. Do you think
Yeah.
somebody who's down in the ocean tickling octopuses? I don't think so. Okay, this is the last one. Reptiles. What do you think about reptiles? Is this a fiction? Or
Those
a
are real pictures.
These are actual photographs.
Well, it's nonfiction.
It is very good. This is a nonfiction book, and as you can see in the back, it has the glossary.
Mhm.
You can find the bold words in this story, and it also has the table of contents, and it had the photographs. So very good. Now what I want you to do is take this fiction cluster web, and we are going to test what you already know or what you have just learned. So using these characteristics here on this paper, they're all mixed up. I would like for you to fill in the cluster web of fiction books. So write the ones that are fiction. And I better hide this because that one has my answers.
Oh, that has our answers.
Okay, good. Now I would like for you to take the nonfiction paper, and I would like for you to do the same. Pick these 5 of these characteristics and write them in the nonfiction cluster web. And these are all mixed up. So go ahead and write those in. Okay, very good. Thank you. So today we learned about fiction books, we learned about nonfiction books, and we learned about the characteristics that make up those fiction and nonfiction books. So all of these characteristics are either a nonfiction or a fiction characteristic. And we also learned about Thanksgiving and what Thanksgiving is, which is a holiday that is celebrated in November to give thanks for what we have, such as family, friends, teachers, and food. Yes, very good, food. So thank you, students.